Welcome,
Thank you. Thank you. Glad
bro.
to be here. Glad to be here.
I'm excited for this one because a few months ago you reached out to me getting into high ticket
Yeah.
sales, and now
sir.
here we are. And this is interesting because I remember you had to pull out a credit line
Yes,
to join
sir.
the program.
I did.
Can you kind of fill us up? Like, where are you at right now? Like, let's talk about the meats and potatoes right now.
Right now, it's been up and down, but I'm still hitting at least 5K a month. So
Okay.
it's been up and down. I still haven't hit 10K yet.
Not 10K.
We're almost
yet.
there. It's like 5
Okay.
to like 8K to it's like ranging around that range.
Okay, so 5 to 8K.
Yeah.
What was your peak? Like how much you've made in like a single month?
It was 8,100.
8,100?
Yeah, 81 was.
I was wrong. I thought it was 6.5, so it's 8.1.
Yeah, no, 6.5 was last month.
Oh, so last month was just, but you were only taking calls for 3 weeks,
Yeah.
and then and then you
But it
got
wasn't just from
6.5.
the closing. So last month it was from my by the way, I know I talked about I used to have that agency, set up, right?
Yeah.
But I actually disbanded that because it was like too much with the closing costs. So what I started doing was I took the 3 I had to let go because they weren't making any results, but I still have 4 left that I trained.
Okay.
And these guys, I still put them under me, and then what they're doing is I have an offer that I applied for. Essentially, right? So I applied for the offer. I got the offer. I did the interviews. I passed the interviews, and I would get them to set for me. Under
Let's
me.
go,
Yeah,
man.
and then they would just
This
take
is
my
sauce right now. If you guys are listening, this is sauce.
Yeah. So because I think it was when I first joined your the Renaissance Closers,
Yeah.
and we're like working on setting and everything, right?
Yeah.
I was setting, and I was like, I'm not gonna lie, I got a little bit lazy. I was like,
Okay.
damn, this is a lot of work. Like setters actually do a lot of work. man.
100%. Yeah.
So I was like, because it's a numbers game, So
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, okay, let me actually, because I see all those Facebook, the job posts are like, oh,
Yeah,
I'm looking
yeah.
for offers, and I see all these scams as well. I was like, yo, let me just put up a post, make it look legit. Because like, if you see all those offers, they have like, you can make this much.
Yeah,
You
the
need to be in the
OTE,
US.
the
All I
like
posted,
the-
all I posted was looking for a DM setter, legit offer, hit me up. So
Okay.
so it looks different than all those ones, right?
Yeah.
So then I got like so many people hitting me up. I was like, okay, cool, whatever. There was this one guy. His name is Naki. He's from
Naki.
India. He's
Okay,
from
India.
And man, I got lucky because what I realized was it's hard to actually find a good setter. But I got lucky. That was my first person that I ever hired.
100%.
And I got really lucky. He was a super hard worker. He's from India.
Yeah.
He was struggling a little bit, but then I actually from the offer that I got him into, he paid for his mom's medical bill. Like he had, and he wasn't able
This
to
is
afford.
insane.
So I was like, okay, cool. This is actually like really like I'm making money. I'm also helping someone out at the same
Yeah.
time. I'm building a relationship. I was
Yeah.
like, okay, this is a real deal. It's actually really cool.
Yeah.
So then I was like, okay, let me hire a couple more. Let's see
Okay.
how this works. That's why I got the idea of let me actually make a lead gen setting agency.
Yeah, okay. That makes
Yeah.
sense.
And
And then you
then-
told me that that was like a couple of weeks when you started, like, hey,
Yeah.
I'm thinking about doing this, and then you started it,
Yeah.
and then
I started literally the day after I told you. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because I was like, I'm not wasting no time. Let's get it
yeah,
going.
speed,
right?
bro,
Yeah.
like execution. That's
So
why you
then,
got the
I got
results.
that going. So I had 7 at that time, and only Nikit was the only one getting offers. Like literally, the other 6, 0 results.
Okay.
So I was like, okay, what do I need to do? So I stopped. I pulled them all out, and I was like, yo, we need to get on a meeting. And then they couldn't even get on the meetings. They're all because I had 1 guy or 3 guys from India,
Okay.
2 guys from South Africa.
Okay.
Like they're all over the world. So,
Yeah,
so I had to hop on them like individually, one by one,
Okay.
right? And I trained all of them up. 3 of them still no results. So then
Okay.
I had to
Just
let them go.
them
But
go.
then the other 3, so including the key 4,
Yeah.
they actually started pulling up some results. I was like, okay,
some
cool.
appointments.
Yeah.
Okay.
And this is working. And I was like, okay, let's get this going. But then like, I thought they were good. I was thinking more like if I had an agency, of course I have to kind of take care of it, but like it'll still run,
Yeah.
'cause I have other workers, but
Yeah.
it just fell apart as soon as I got into a closing offer because I got too busy to even like,
Yeah.
worry about it. So I would still check on it like every day, but not as often.
Yeah.
And it fell apart. These guys started slacking again. Even the kids started slacking too. So I was like, okay, let me just disband this.
Yeah.
Because I don't have time for this right now. I'm gonna just so they don't even know each other anymore. Like because they were used to be in the same group, but now I'm just speaking to each of them. I have 4
Okay.
or no, I have 3 now.
Yeah.
I'm speaking to individually, and they're just setting for me right now.
Okay.
And they're just taking. So I give them 50% of my
50%.
cut.
Okay.
So they make roughly around like 150 to around 150 a deal, like per booking close.
Okay, and then because how many offers do you have right now?
I'm in 3 offers.
3 offers
Yeah.
right now, and I know your main offer is your closing, and the
Yeah.
other 2 is setting.
Yeah.
Okay, got you. And
Because I was in like 13 offers at one point. And, you know, I
yeah, I know
told
you
about that.
told me. I told you
Yeah.
like get the hell out of those
Yeah.
other offers.
I was like,
bro.
I had to quit, bro. Like,
Yeah.
it was
So,
taking too much time.
so for you, Anders, how the hell did you get into high ticket sales, bro?
Yeah. So I was in sales originally
Okay.
before COVID. That's when I really started diving into the sales journey.
Yeah.
I got into car sales first.
Okay.
And because I had a buddy of mine who actually worked at Subaru, it was like Auto Nation Subaru in Colorado, so I got in there. I don't know, I didn't enjoy it too much because I don't like a lot of the guys there. They like have a good knowledge in cars and stuff, but I'm just like, if it looks nice, if it's reliable, that's all I need. You know, so I don't really care too much about cars.
100%.
But yeah, so I didn't enjoy it too much, and then I got into because I realized like a car is like the second most expensive investment a person can make in their lifetime, like the middle class at least.
Right.
So I was like, okay, cool, but I wasn't making enough. I would say that what I wanted, and I was
How
hitting
much were you making at car?
like 12, like 10, like around 10, like around 10. Yeah.
So you already had like some of the natural skill sets. Like how? Well,
Yeah, I guess so.
Can you kind of pull us back earlier on, and how did you even stumble across sales?
Yo, so this was when I was working serving jobs. This was like when I was in college. Because when I was in college, I got accepted into medical school. So I already went 4 years of college. I got accepted into medical school.
Did you live in Colorado before?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so I was doing that, but I was trying to pay off so this is before the medical school. Like when I was just in college, I was paying off my own college tuition because at that time my parents, they didn't have a job at that point. They got laid off at that point. So it's me and my brother. We had to work like 3-4 jobs each, and then we were just kind of keeping our family alive.
Yeah.
And at the same time, I was studying. Mm-hmm. And so I would pay off my tuition. I would pay off my rent, serving and stuff. And I was like, okay, cool. And then I was always into making connections, like whatever field you need to make connections. So when I was serving, a lot of doctors came through, like to eat and stuff. So I would talk to them. I'm like, oh, how's the life of being a doctor? You know, things like that, because that was my future. You know.
Yeah, yeah.
So I was like, how is it? And then they're like, yo, if you're studying to be a doctor, like, or no, this guy asked me, he's like, why do you want to be a doctor? And then I was like, I mean, of course, the money too, but like, I really like helping people.
Yeah.
Because I've always liked helping people when I was younger. And he's like, okay, cool, but like, which one's a bigger factor? Is it the money or is it the helping people, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, I mean, at the moment right now, it would be the money, because I am, you know, as you can see, I'm serving, you know, I'm busting my ass off. Can I cuss, by the way?
Yeah, you're good, bro.
Yeah, I'm busting my ass off, and I was like, you know, trying to pay it off. And he's like, yeah, I'm gonna tell you right now, if it's money that you're looking for, just go to a different field. I was like, why is that? And he's like, because you're gonna be, or at least like 90% of admissions, they all get into debt first, of course, because medical school is expensive, right?
Yeah,
it's really expensive. So then he's like, yeah, you're gonna probably be paying your debt off to like you're 35, 40.
It's like a wake up call.
Yeah, and I was like, damn, bro, like, because my parents were at the time in their 50s.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't have time.
Yeah,
like,
you need to get
my main motivation was to get them to like not worry, like, because there's right now they're doing like Uber and Amazon Flex because they can't find jobs, you know.
Yeah.
So I was like, yo, I can't, like, I don't have time. Yeah. Like, I need to get them to retire as soon as possible, you know, because they've been working their ass off like literally every single day. I barely saw them when I was growing up.
Yeah.
And then after school, because they used to run restaurants and stuff. After school, I would like have my friends drop me up at the restaurant because they couldn't go home yet, and I would just wait at the restaurant all day for them to finish working and stuff. Yeah. So they're always grinding, and they're always like literally like busting their ass. Like,
so you had like a good role model to see, like, hey, like, you know, nothing in this world is, you know, given. You have to earn every single penny. And
that's the point. I was like, okay, I don't have time. Like, let's say I do go through this path. By the time I'm 35, 40, my parents are like, they could be gone.
Yeah, like 70s, right? Like,
they could be just gone. They could be out of this world at that point, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm just like, yo, no, that's no.
Yeah, and then after that, you got into car sales.
Yeah, that's why I was like, okay, I need to find a way to earn income whenever I want. Like if I needed to make a couple thousand right now, I need to learn how to make that.
Yeah.
And that hit me because I know he gets a lot of hate. I'm not sure if you like him or not, but I used to watch like Andrew Tate all the time, like a little before he blew
Top
up.
G, bro.
Yeah,
of
top
course,
G, like
man.
a little before he blew up.
Yeah. Okay.
And I would watch him all the time. I remember him saying like you need to earn your place. Like you don't have like time. Like it's urgent.
yeah.
Like people don't understand it's urgent.
Yeah.
Like it's actually urgent. Time is of the essence.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I was like, okay, I need to learn something. He's like, you need to learn a high income skill where you can earn. If you need the money right now, you can earn it.
Yeah.
You have 100%. Like you know how to get there.
Okay.
And that's why I was like, okay, I was looking around because that's what originally why I was trying to become a doctor because it is a unique skill. Like,
Yeah.
it's your own skill. It's hard. I mean, it is replaceable, but like not necessarily, right?
Yeah. It's really very hard to
Yeah.
acquire.
And then I was like, okay, well, I need to find a different skill then. And then that's when I found out about sales.
Okay.
Or that's when I found about real estate first. And then
Real estate first.
people
yeah.
were like making like MBA money, you know.
Oh,
real estate, right?
100%. Yeah.
So I
Because
was
you're
like,
selling
okay.
a very high ticket
Exactly.
product, which is
And then I was like, okay, what's the second highest ticket then? It's car sales.
Car
So I was like,
sales,
okay,
okay.
let's get into car sales. So I started learning sales. I had no knowledge of sales. I just hopped in.
Yeah.
No training. Literally,
No
it was sink or
training.
swim. It was literally sink or swim. I was
Yeah.
like, damn, okay, I need to do. So I started praying to God, and I was like, okay, like God, like please help me. Like I don't know what I'm doing.
100%.
I don't know what
bro.
I'm doing. I was like scared. Like it was my first like actual like big boy job, I guess.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I was scared. I was like, okay, I don't know. And I would head on my friend. He also worked at a dealership. You know, he would help. He was a lot of help, but he was also like, so he was number one.
Okay.
He was number one. That's how I got in.
Okay.
Because normally, like, if you want to get into a dealership, like, you need sales knowledge, like car sales experience and stuff. But
Yeah.
because he was like the number one guy there, and he recommended me, so I got in like instantly, right?
Okay.
And then so I would ask him for help, but he was the number one, so he had so many clients, so he was so busy all the time. So
Yeah.
it was basically on my own, and then it was like a sink or swim.
Yeah.
I would search up car videos, you know, car sales and stuff. And I would like, I would do that every day.
So
I'd
probably saw Andy Elliott in there.
and I would literally fall asleep, like to listen to car stuff. Like I would fall asleep listening to like it was literally just nonstop in my mind.
Yeah.
And then I reached in that first month, like the grind paid off. I didn't hit number one, so I wasn't too satisfied.
Yeah.
But I did hit number two. So I beat because there was 30 something sales reps there.
Yeah.
And they're all experienced. I was like, yeah, you know, maybe I do got it in me. Like,
Yeah.
all these guys are
Hey,
experienced. My
you gotta
first month.
believe you got it
Yeah.
on you, right?
I was
So you
like,
can
yeah.
make it in sales, bro.
Yeah, so I was like, okay, I do got it in me. And
Okay.
then, so I started doing that. And then after 6 months online, I wasn't making the money that I wanted.
Yeah.
It was cool. It was like
How much
probably
were you
the-
making in car sales?
It was like 8 to 10K a month.
8 to 10K
Yeah,
a month?
because I was hitting around like 17 to 25 units a month.
Okay.
So yeah, roughly around 8 to 10K a month.
Okay.
And then I was like, okay, I want to hit 20, but then I didn't see myself hitting 20K with this.
Okay.
So I was like, okay, I think I'm ready. I have good knowledge in the sales because I was originally looking at real estate, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I was like, I have good knowledge. Let's go into the higher ticket. So I moved to real estate. It was a time where like they were literally slaving the shit out of me, bro. Like they were like I don't know if you've been into like real estate firms, but they're like very there's like a very superior complex type of thing.
100%.
Like
Bro,
a
I've worked
hierarchy,
with realtors before.
Yeah,
bro.
like
yeah.
especially if you join their firm, like if they tell you to kiss their ass, you kiss their ass, like literally that type of thing. And you don't make any money either. Like first like 3 months, they don't give you any deals. Or if even to like 6 months, they don't give you any deals. They're like, oh yeah, just follow me around, and then they'll be like, oh, I'm too busy. Go to this open house showing. You know, they'll just tell you those things, and then you just kind of make chump change, right?
Yeah.
Then I was like, all right, bro, this is not what I signed up for.
So you have your real estate license.
Not right now. It's not active right now.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not. But back then, yeah, I did.
Okay.
And then so then I was like, okay. And I was just scrolling through TikTok, and my algorithm's all real estate already at that point, right?
Okay, real
so I was just
estate.
scrolling TikTok, and then wholesaling pops up.
Yeah.
I was like, what the hell is wholesaling? And I look into it, and it's like, you don't need you could be a felony if you want to wholesale. You can be a murderer, like you have felony in your background. It does not matter who you are. You don't need a license. You don't need anything. You can get started.
Okay.
And these guys are getting like $10,000, $20,000 checks just from one deal, right? So I was
Yeah.
like, okay, cool. This is
Okay.
what I was looking for, right? So
Okay.
okay, all right. So I literally, I still remember it was at 2 a.m. on a Friday night, and I was just kind of in my bed about to go to sleep. I remember I was like, all right. I literally got back up, hopped on the computer. I stayed up that night, and I was
Yeah.
researching wholesaling. And then I got into wholesaling, and I told my brother about it. And then my
Yeah.
brother's like, yeah, let's do it. So then me and my brother, we would wholesale. That went pretty well. I'm not gonna lie. We didn't close that many deals, but we made roughly around like 80K
80K.
within like 6 months.
6 months.
So
Okay.
it went well, and then COVID hit.
COVID hit.
So I was like, damn, bro, like, man, does God not want me to be in this field, man? Like, what is going on, bro?
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
so I was like, I'll pray to God. I'm like, God, what's going on? Like, what's happening here, you know? And then COVID hit. So then now I had to look for a online job, like the remote sales, because I didn't want to. I never liked sitting around and like doing nothing.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, let's find a way to find money online. I was like, why am I? I was like, am I being stupid? I could have started online business like even way back. Like online's been here for a while. Like internet's been here for a while. I was like, why wasn't I thinking that way? So I started thinking that way.
Yeah.
I started drop shipping.
Yeah.
It worked. I made around roughly around 15, like I think it was like 13, more like 13K.
Yeah.
And then profit was like, it was like a 30% margin, so like 5K, 4K,
5K.
like 4K.
Yeah, because you got to consider the ad spend,
Yeah.
cost of goods, and all that stuff.
So I was like, okay, it works.
Yeah.
But then my product was a trendy type of product. So
it died
the next
out.
month, it was just zero sales.
Damn,
Or I still got like 5 or 6 sales, but like it was like pretty much zero sales.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I was like, okay, cool. It worked. But then I was like, I want to try stuff more though. And then this is during the time when I was really, really looking into like Andrew Tate, like all these.
Okay.
Like,
The red pills.
yeah, all these like David Goggins, you know, all these people, right?
100%.
So, and I always hear like, especially in your 20s, like you need to realize you got to try everything. Like this is your trial and error period.
Yeah.
It's not time to fuck around. This is your trial and error period. Because when you get to 35, 40, you have a family, you have people depending on you.
Yeah.
It's a higher risk. Like it could be the same risk, but like you're at a higher risk because you got people depending on you at that age, right? So I was like, I need to try right now because right now, you know, if I really go straight up broke, I could always move back into my parents' house.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know, I need to try right now. I'm gonna go all in. So I started doing just regular e-commerce. Actually, like getting a warehouse.
Okay.
I rented like a little warehouse.
Okay.
Not in Vegas. It was in Colorado.
Okay.
And then I started renting that warehouse. I would get this. It was this little lamp that I was selling, right? It was a little like light up lamp. And
Oh yeah,
I would
I've seen those. I've seen those.
Yeah, I would store those in my warehouse. Stupid mistake. So this is what I learned from that Andrew Tate. He was like saying like, yo, if you want to start a business, just get all the orders in first and then order the inventory.
Yeah,
like, you know,
100%.
I ordered the inventory, nothing sold. Like literally like 2 sales, I think.
How many units did you have?
I had 500 units.
Holy shit.
And literally 2 sold. So I was like, okay, what do I do? And I was selling each one for 20 a pop.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I'm gonna lower the price. I tried to lower the price because to buy it itself, the product itself was around $5.
Okay.
For me to get it. So okay, I was
You
like,
gotta
okay.
consider the freight, the unit storage.
Yeah.
Units,
So I got
and
to
all that
like,
stuff.
I was like, okay, I can bring it out to 15. I'll still make a little bit of money still.
Yeah.
So then I was like, okay, we'll do that. Still did no sales. So I literally took each one, went door to door. And I started selling them. I sold around 200 and something, but then the rest I just started giving out for free because it wouldn't sell. Like no matter what, it wouldn't sell. I couldn't do much at that point.
You were grinding.
Yes, I would literally go with me and my brother too. So my brother was always there. My brother is I look up to him a lot too, but he's always there. Like he was always the one that was like pushing me, and he's always the one that was leading me as well.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, we were always grinding. We were literally going door to door trying to sell those goddamn lamps, bro. And like, it worked out. It still worked out though. Like we stole like at least like almost half the inventory.
Okay, so it's not too.
It was an L, but it wasn't a big L. You know?
But again, the opportunity cost of like the time that you spend on that though. And so you were doing drop shipping, and then you did the actual e-com.
Yeah.
Then how did you stumble across remote sales?
Yeah, so this was I mean, I did have a couple other stuff I did before that, but let's speak for that.
Yeah.
So then it got to the point. It was a day before my birthday, October 15th, right? And I was just scrolling through TikTok, and then you just popped up.
Okay.
You popped up random on my TikTok. You're like saying, I'm at the point I'm making like I forgot what you say. You're like, I'm making 20, 30K a month, but like I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
Or like
I remember the video posted.
I forgot exactly what it was said, but like it wasn't about you selling a course or anything. You're just talking about your life. You're like, I'm at the point where I'm at this, you know, I'm running out of drive or things like that. And I was like, yo, who the hell is this kid making 30K a month complaining about life, man? What the heck? I was like, who is this kid, bro? So then I hit him up, or I didn't hit you up. I was looking at your content.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, high ticket sales. And at this time, I was already kind of seeing high ticket sales stuff.
Yeah.
I just never got into it.
Okay.
And then you were talking about high ticket sales, and I was like, oh, maybe it does work. So then I kept on looking at your content, and I was watching all your videos, and I hit you up after I watched your videos. And I was like, hey, what's going on? Like I was essentially just hitting you up, trying to see what this was all about.
Yeah.
And then yeah, at that point, this was I think I hit you up around like November.
November of last year.
Yeah. I think it was like the middle or first week of November.
Yeah.
And that was the point when, because during that time I was still, I was helping out at my friend's restaurant, or my friend's parents' restaurant. I was like kind of managing and serving at the same time. And at that point, I kind of fell back into my hole again, I guess. And I was like, I stopped doing my sales stuff, all the skills I learned. I stopped doing that. Yeah, I was back into just using my body to work, essentially. Yeah. Okay. And then that's how I was surviving.
Yeah.
And then I got sick of it again, bro. Like I was like, yo.
How long was that?
It was like 3 months.
3 months.
I was or no, it was like 4 months. I was in it for like 4 months. And then I was like, this rich ass guy came in. He was around. He looked around like under 30, right?
Under 30.
Pay for everyone's meal in there. He paid for.
And you just got pissed. I'm like, what the hell? I need to be doing that right now.
I got pissed. Like I was like, I see all the other servers are like, oh my god, I'm just sitting there pissed.
Yeah.
They're like, why are you hating, bro? I'm like, I'm not hating. Like what am I doing?
Why am I not that guy right now?
Yeah, I'm not hating on him. I'm hating on myself.
Yeah.
I was like, damn. Like so then, literally a week after, I quit.
Yeah.
I quit.
Yeah.
I was like, I need to dial back in, man. What have I been doing? I was like kind of getting far from God too at that point.
Yeah.
And I was like, I need to dial back in. Let's pray to God. Like, yeah. So I was like, I dialed back in. I hit you up. We got that meeting set up, right? Yeah. And that was like a week after I quit my job. I hit you up.
Yeah.
And then I was like urgent. I was like, okay, like I need to make money. Like, because at that point I had no income. Like I was literally no income if I.
And then you had rent.
Yeah, and I had rent. So
how much for your rent?
So I don't have just rent. So I pay rent with my brother half and half. It's $2,000.
Okay.
But then we also pay for my parents, like living expenses and stuff like that. Yeah.
Damn. Okay. So
we support.
That's a lot.
Yeah. So roughly around like both of us combined, it'll probably like
we'd always split it in half.
But like roughly around like 4,500 to sometimes 5K.
Okay.
Like that. So it's not too much, honestly. It's not
so you split that in half though.
But yeah, so that happened, and then I hopped on that call with Adam.
Yeah.
And great conversation, great guy.
Yeah.
And shout out to Adam, by the way. Great 100%. Guy. Yeah, great guy.
We had Adam here a couple months ago, bro.
Yeah,
same exact.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So great guy, And then we just kind of went through all that, and then I was at the point where I was like, yeah, dude, I need to change. There's nothing else. Like, yeah, like I'm not gonna, even if I didn't come in, I wasn't gonna like stay still. I was gonna do something.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I was kind of at that point where I was like, hard work isn't just what's gonna get you there. It's like the necessary, like it's the work. It's the where you put that hard work in that's gonna get you there. It's not just whatever hard work is gonna get you there.
Right.
So then I was like, yeah, I do need the guidance. That's why I decided to join this. And I was like, okay. And then Adam's like, yeah, it's a 3,500 program.
Yeah.
Can I say that, by the way?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay. I mean, I can speak to that.
It's more than that, but
okay.
Yeah, you're good.
But I mean, yeah. So he's like, it's an X amount of program. I was like, damn, bro, like I don't have that money.
Yeah.
Because let me tell you right now, at that time I had 176 and 12 cents or something like that in my bank account.
In your bank account.
Yeah, to my name, not even my bank account, to my name, my name. I was like, damn, bro, like, I can't. I was like, it's not like my. Even if I pay 176, that's not enough to even do it down, I guess, really. And,
yeah.
And I'll be broke. I'll be completely broke. I'll be flat broke at that point. And so I was like, okay. And he's like, yeah, I mean, you can pull out a credit card. And I was like, man, this guy trying to scam me? Like, what the heck? Why is he trying to steal all my dollars? And I was like, but then at the same time, I was like, you know what? Like, I was actually thinking in a, let me put like a realistic point of view, like what a person will go through in that point. When they asked, like, pull a credit card line, I was more like, oh, it's a credit card, so if it is a scam, I'll just charge back.
Yeah.
So I was like,
dispute.
Yeah. So either way, the worst case scenario is, because I think very logically in my life. So I was like, worst case scenario is it doesn't work out. I still kind of gain I'm still gonna gain something out of it. I'm gonna learn something from it, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, and if it doesn't work out, I'll do a chargeback.
Yeah, you just do a chargeback.
I'll do a chargeback, man. So I was like, you know what? Let's get it. I'm going all in. I'm pulling out that credit line. I got approved. All right, bro, let's get it. And then put that credit card down. I maxed out the credit card with that one. So that one. As soon as I got qualified, I maxed out that credit card with that investment. And then literally within that month, I paid off 800 from my credit card. And so within that month, I was already making money. Setting because I was still grinding. And then
so you started doing setting, and then now how many offers did you have to go through to get to this offer now that you're making, $8K a month? So.
I think it was 26 offers.
26 offers.
Yeah, 26 offers. 26 offers where I was actually in it.
Okay.
Like I went through easily over 200 interviews. That's 100%. But like
how many interviews?
Easily over 200 interviews.
200.
Yeah.
200.
Yeah, 200 easily. Because I was literally just every single day I was hitting people up, like literally, and I wasn't doing the 50 people there how you recommend. Yeah. I was literally hitting up like literally
everyone. You scrolled through.
All day, and I would just continue to get interviews, and then
this is sauce right now. And like, why do you think people don't succeed or don't get the results when they get into this space, bro?
Because they don't try. I mean, they're not putting the work in. Like, you gotta realize, whoever I'm speaking to right now, like whoever you are, like while you work 40 hours a week, I'm putting in 80. Just know that. That's all it is. And there's gonna be someone putting in double my time. There's always someone better than you. That's just how it is, and that's what I started realizing. And I was like, okay, I can't be sitting around, because I remember one day I was feeling sick, lazy as hell, and then my brother comes up to me. He's like, "Yo, there's someone sick right now, doing double the work." And I was like, "Yeah, you're right. Let's get back up, get back to the grind." But that's what I'm saying. My brother always keeps me in check. I keep him in check too, but it's both ways. And but I feel like the main problem is you. It's the person itself, and it's hard. I'm not gonna lie, because I went through it too. When I'm by myself, let's say when I'm isolated, I get lazy. Yeah. So 100%. I think the main problem with people is they don't have someone to keep them in check, because it's hard to keep yourself in check. I'm not gonna lie, it is super hard to keep yourself in check until you actually really, build up that discipline. Then you can. Yeah. But
even then, right? Like if you would look at Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant. They had coaches. They had accountability coaches.
Exactly. Right? So it's accountability. It's you versus yourself at the end of the day.
So like when you got into this, in terms of getting into the program, right? In terms of the program itself, how do you feel like, what did you like about it? And just also honest feedback, right? Like, what do you feel like, okay, we could have done better to help you out?
Yeah, so what I really liked about this was, so first off, in my life, the only person I know until today, since I met you now in person, right? But the only person I know in my life that works as hard and grinds as hard and thinks like the mindset of grinding and stuff and not wasting your time is my brother. Yeah. Literally no one else, literally. I would have talked to him. That's why everyone comes to me for advice. They would be like, yo, what do I do? I would tell him. But I'm just like, I'm looking for someone that has the same mindset, same goals, like same situation, like they know where the same vision essentially, and the same work ethic. And then so the best part that I really enjoyed about this group is they're all there. Like there's they're all like there's dozens and dozens of people that think like that. Yeah. So I was like, okay, this is actually really cool. Yeah. I have people I can actually resonate with. I don't feel alone anymore. Mm-hmm. And especially like hopping on the calls with with David and Alex, like every day. That was a super help. That was a big super help. Like it's not just like learning about the sales and mock calling and stuff like that, because those are definitely really helpful. What I didn't realize was the mock calls it was actually kind of cool. The mock calls are just like my sales calls.
It's literally just sales calls, but you want to make it as real as possible, right?
So it was actually really like identical to it. So it helped a lot. But then we all also, talk about life, our vision, our morals, our priorities. Yeah. They all aligned like with what I kind of set the standard for too. So it's like making
more the camaraderie and the brotherhood.
Like the brotherhood of it. Yeah. So that's what I really enjoyed a lot. One thing I would say that we could do better was, but I guess this really depends on the person. Yeah. But like, for example, I was, when I first, because I hopped on a call with Adam, right? Yeah. So I was like, I want to really connect with this guy. Yeah. And then, he was probably too busy. That's why he wasn't able to like reach out to me and talk to me and conversate with me like as often. Yeah. So I would say like the one thing would be like, having your, I guess, do you have a sales team? Or do you
Actually,
just do it by
no.
yourself?
I'm starting to do everything by myself now because I'm
then it
reconstructing
won't
everything.
matter. That won't really matter because you do the coaching calls and stuff anyways.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, I wanted to talk to Adam more, man. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I did want to talk to Adam more during when I first started.
There was Adam still hosts his calls here and there, like when he joined for a couple months. But I know the schedule was not aligning though. That was the biggest struggle.
So, but yeah, but no. Besides that, like, because I learned everything I know about the high ticket sales in your group. Literally everything I know.
Yeah.
Of course, there's some additional information I would like research, like from like
100%.
like Bill Walsh, the election box. I actually saw you. I actually saw you in one of his little warpath. I saw your face pop up in a Zoom call.
Yeah, bro. I would tune in every morning on those things, bro, because it's valuable for sure. Yeah. I think that's the thing that I always tell the guys too is like you don't need to just learn from one source. Get as much source as you can and make your own conclusion. Yeah. Because everybody could say anything, but ultimately you're the one who's gonna make the decision, and you're gonna have your own sauce. Yeah. Like my sauce is my sauce, and I always tell the guys it's like it might not work for you, but the foundation is there. That's why I always teach the principles, not my tactics specifically, because the way I do things might not work for you. Yeah. Yeah. And for you, man, like, so what's next steps now? Like, what's the goal now?
Next step is really just honing my craft. I'm still right now. So for the agency, I already told you that I disbanded, right? Yeah. So I'm just doing that, and then I'm just kind of honing my craft. Getting better at closing, getting better at sales, and I'm just. It's just repetition at this point. Just experience and repetition. Just putting that work in, putting that exact same work in every single day, not slacking. Yeah, yeah. That's where I say I'm at.
I love it. And let's say if someone's watching right now and they're kind of like on the edge of like, I don't know if I should get started. If I should join the program or anything. Like, what would you say that made you join? Looking from outside.
Essentially, you have two choices. Essentially, you either move towards your goals, or you stay where you're at and move away from your goals, right? Yeah. So if you think about it that way, then if you're okay with, staying, if what you're doing right now, if you're okay and you're willing to settle with it, and what you're doing right now, you're okay and you're happy, then by all means, just stay where you're at. Because there's got to be losers for there to be winners, So, at the end of the day, right?
Damn, my guy is harsh, bro.
Because the harsh truth is what really matters, man. Harsh truth is what really matters, man.
Hey, that's fair, bro.
But there has to be losers in order for there to be winners.
That's fair. So, maybe I'm being soft now, bro. Maybe you're teaching me something new again, bro. Shit.
Because that's how it is. I'm very, very straightforward with, especially like my friends that come to me for advice. Like, they'll be like,
100%.
Yo, they'll tell me something. I'm like, yo, get your ass up, bro. Like, what are you talking about, bro?
Yeah,
I'm very straightforward because I heard a saying one time. There's how does it go? There's nice boys, or there's nice guys, and there's good men. Yeah, that's the saying. Nice guys, they're gonna try to sugarcoat everything.
Yeah, it's okay.
Things like yeah. But that's not gonna help them at the end of the day.
Yeah,
it's actually like you're actually harming them if you really think about it.
100%.
Right. So, and then there's good guys. They'll tell you straight up what you need to do, and they tell you out of love. I tell all my friends out of love, like, you need to get your shit together. Like, what you're doing right now is not okay. It's the same thing where people are like getting like if your arm hurts, right? Yeah. Like especially, I had a friend that was talking to me about depression. Now, by the way, I'm not saying I don't believe in depression. I do believe in depression. Like, yeah, of course. But depression is a feeling. It's a feeling. Everyone gets, or emotion. Everyone feels depression. Yeah. You're not the only person that feels depression. Okay. And there's people, I had a friend that was making his identity about it. I was so mad. Yeah. He's like, I'm depressed. I can't do anything, bro. He would like use that as an excuse. Yeah. And I was like, why do you think you're depressed? And he's like, I don't know. And I was like, you do know. Like, let me explain it to you. Because of course, if you hurt your arm and your arm hurts, there's a problem with your arm. It's telling you, your body's telling you to fix it, right? Yeah. Same thing with your mind. If you're hurting in your mind, your mind is literally telling you you're living wrong. You're doing something wrong. You need to change it. You need to fix it. Yeah. But then these guys accept that as I'm doing something wrong, and this is why. This is my identity now. So I'm not gonna fix anything. This is who I am.
Yeah, it's now the negative feedback loop.
Yeah, it makes zero sense. I'm just like, yo, if you hurt your arm, would you go to the doctor? like, yeah, because there's a problem. I'm like, okay, well, your mind has a problem too. But like, yeah, you don't have to go to the doctor, but your mind is telling you to fix something. Your mind is telling you to change. You're not doing what your mind wants. Like, you're not doing what your body wants to do.
Right.
Right. And so I would tell those things like that. And I was always straight up like, yeah, like, because at the end of the day, it's what will actually genuinely help them, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So if someone's watching this, you guys heard it from the man himself.
Yes, sir.
Make sure that, you know, you're either getting closer to your goal or you're getting further away from your goal.
Yeah,
and
like I
it's
said,
ultimately your decision.
Like I said, there's nothing wrong with you settling. Like, there's literally nothing wrong with you settling. But you also have to realize you suffer either way,
Because you either suffer being a nobody, you know, because I guarantee you, when you're a nobody, you're going to wish you were somebody. You're going to suffer. Like, it might even be worse because you have regrets.
Yeah.
Or you suffer in the process of becoming somebody. You're suffering either way, so you pick your poison, you know? So
There you go.
Yeah.
Bro, I appreciate you so much
Yes,
for
sir.
being here, bro.
Yes, sir.
I know we could probably go a little bit more longer than this,
But
but you know, like I appreciate you, you know, like you even getting into this, you know, program. And
I appreciate you
just
guys.
keep going.
Let me tell you one more thing. Like, these
Yeah.
guys, like your group, all those guys, and not just you, but like Adam, like everyone in that group literally changed my life. I'm not going to lie. Like, my life is completely different. The way I think, the way I move, the way I present myself, the way
Yeah.
I make my money, it's completely different than where I was before. So no, I genuinely am grateful for you guys that you guys are doing this.
Yeah.
And you guys for you guys even giving me the opportunity to even get in.
Yeah,
the first place. So,
100%.
I'm very grateful.
Thank you so much, bro.
Thank you, brother.
Bro, like once you hit that 10K a month, bro, I got something for you. But right now I'm holding it. I got something for Adam. But
Yeah.
again, it's like a reward thing that I want to give to
Yeah.
everybody in the 10K a month.
I'll be looking forward to
bro.
that.
But
Looking forward
bro,
to that.
I mean, why not this month? You
Yeah.
know, hit the 10K this
Definitely
month.
trying to, because I mean, this month my original goal is actually trying to hit 15K.
Okay.
So yeah,
Chill and
sky's
fact.
the limit.
Okay, let's go, bro. Thank you so much.
Appreciate you.
Yes, sir.